So on my channel, I typically talk about, managing your money, becoming financially free. But what does actually true wealth and success look like? Let's talk about it.
The real luxuries in life are things money can't buy. The moments we wouldn't trade for anything. The late night drives, spontaneous trips, and laughing until it hurts. We don't find joy in the stuff we collect, but in the memories that stay even when the stuff is gone. True wealth isn't measured by what we own, but in what we'd have left if it was all taken away.
But what we had left if it was all taken away. Think about that for a second, guys. That's what we have to and I tell myself this all the time because I get caught up sometimes in, I got to have my money here. I got to get this X amount of dollars in this account, blah, 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 blah. But really, when we sit back and we look at our lives, we look at what we got going on, fellow dads out there, when you're sitting back on the couch and you're looking at the kids playing, we look at our beautiful wives, and you guys ever just sit back and be like, man, yeah, you may have work, stressed about in the back of your head, or you're thinking about what you got to do to the house, or, some maintenance item or something you got to fix, or a big bill coming up. But when you really think about it, you sit back and you look, and you're just like, how lucky am I? How lucky am I to have a loving wife, a few kids running around, I have a roof over my head, I have air in my lungs, and I'm here. I'm in the moment, right? And I think the reason I'm making this video is because I had a moment this past weekend, with the holiday coming up and whatnot, and just some stuff going on at work, and just the whole just life, right? Just life going on. And I thought about it, and I sat back to myself. I'm like, man, even though I have these struggles, or I have these problems that I'm dealing with right now, the best part about it is I have my home, right? I have the air in my lungs. I'm here. I'm breathing. I got my good Lord above who watches over me, and I'm thankful to have that. And when you can find happiness in that, because that's what life's all about, guys, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Money's important. Managing your finances are important so you can spend more time with the loved ones. But generally, the point I'm making here is man, sometimes we just got to sit back and enjoy what we have.
Welcome to the new rich. We don't care what kind of house you live in or what kind of car you drive. We don't care about those designer brands. We're debt-free. What we care about the most is time, experience.
That, my friends, is 100% the new rich. So that video is actually a close friend of mine, a fellow YouTuber, John. I actually do business with him. I invest with him. And his family is such an incredible story. If you haven't followed them on YouTube, you can go follow them at the Scholler family. I'll leave a link down below in the description for them, or I'll tag them or something like that. But that family right there is killing it, right? I mean, they've managed their money well. John, he started out living in a box truck when he started his business, I think in his late teens or early 20s. He has such a cool story, and him and his family is an inspiration, right? They are. I mean, his daughter, she's literally been, I think she's 6 right now, 5 or 6, and she's been to over 40 countries. I mean, how many of you out there watching have been to 40 countries, right? And that's because John and Rihanna have sacrificed. They've done everything I preach on my channel. They've sacrificed, they worked hard, they put their head down, they've always lived below their means, they never inflated their lifestyle as their income grew throughout the years, and look what they're doing now, right? It's a true American dream. It is. If you put your mind to it, you sacrifice and you make the right choices and do the right things, you can get there. And now, the man's traveling the world with his family. That's true wealth, being debt-free. It's not about, guys, it's not about showing off, right? Now, don't get me wrong. If you want a nice car, there's nothing wrong with that. I want a nice car, but I'm waiting till I get to a point to get that nice car, because what's more important to me is having my time back. My time is my success. My time is my wealth, because I'm not going to get any more of that back. So I wanted to throw John in here because they have one of the most interesting lifestyles that they live right now, because of the choices and the sacrifices they've made throughout the past 10, 15 years of their life. It's truly incredible to be able to see their story and see the impact that they're making.
I'll be happier with less because I'll get to see my kids more.
But dude, that's a blessing that you understand that. A lot of people don't grasp that, and they always try to achieve more and more.
No.
Sometimes more isn't great. Sometimes
It's almost exclusively not great. Every single one of my peers that I know that have it all are angry in some way, shape, or form. Making it for me are two things. One, when we go out to restaurants, me and my family, when I take my wife and kids out, they can order anything they want on the menu. We don't have to even look at anything. I know that it's going to be okay. That's one. Two, that I get like many nights and weekends especially with my family at home where we could just like watch a movie, go to the park, whatever we want to do, and I don't worry at all about anything financially, like with them, like because we're living within our means. For me, it's like, okay, you make $10 million a year, that's amazing. But if you spend 9.9, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, that's good. That's really good. Guys, here's the thing. So first, I'm just going to let you guys know right now if you're watching. I can already tell this because I've been doing YouTube long enough. This video is not going to get many views. It's not. And that's fine. I'm okay with that because this message is for somebody out there who clicked on this video. You know, one of you guys watching, this is going to hit at home, right? And he said something in there that I want to reiterate that's so important, is living within your means. Why do we do that? Well, we do that for security. We do that so we can be set up financially, but we also do that so we can have the time to spend with our loved ones. Because what the hell is the point of going out there and trying to grab all this cash and grab all this money if we have no time and no relationships to enjoy it with? That'd be miserable. That would truly be miserable to just, all I would do is go work, make money, and have no one to enjoy the experiences. Because that's what life is all about, guys. It's about the experiences of enjoying life. We don't have to fly on private jets. We don't have to, go do all this crazy fancy stuff. But like he said, like going to the park with the kids and being present in the moment. That's massive. Being able to just take a joyride at night for the hell of it because we're bored, we don't know what to do, we're going to go out and get some ice cream and drive around and blast music real loud and sing real loud and just have fun. Like that's the fun moments of life. Those are where I want to cherish whenever I'm older, right? And I'm looking back and my wife and I are hopefully still alive and we're reminiscing on the good days. Like that's another big thing I want to mention here is like these moments where my son's 8, my daughter's 5. These are the good times in life that we're going to look back on. These are the moments that when hopefully my wife and I are sitting in our nice condo in Florida or somewhere on the beach and we're sipping on a margarita, we're reminiscing on these times that we're living in right now. And I don't want time to go by with me not enjoying these times because this is what life's all about. Building relationships, having fun, and just enjoying time with one another.
You know what success is? Success is when your children want to be with you when they're adults. That's success. How many people could have all that and their kids don't come home for the holidays? Come on. Been called that dumb shit my whole life. The most cool thing I've ever been called in my entire life is dad.
Yo, I freaking love that, guys. Like here's the thing. I feel like society nowadays right now is we're getting away from what's truly important, and that's family. Plain and simple. Forget all the fancy items. Forget showing off on social media. What truly matters in life is our loved ones, our family. And maybe you're not married yet. Maybe it's your mom and dad, your brother and sister, your aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, whoever you're living with, or whoever's around you in your circle of life. That is what is most important, is living in the moment with those relationships. And if you are a dad out there, I keep talking to the dads because that's what I am. It's literally the single-handedly best thing that's ever happened in my life is becoming a dad. Hands down. It is honestly, the moments that start popping up is like, dance with my daughter in the living room or, coaching my son's flag football team and him running the game-scoring touchdown and me lifting him up in the end zone. Like, it's amazing. That's what we're here for. And if you can manage your finances and be, self-sufficient money-wise, sweet. You hit the jackpot, guys. We don't have to be mega millionaires. We don't. We just have to be financially stable, be able to make it through tough times, and have our loved ones around us. If you can do that, and you wake up and then we have tough days, don't get me wrong, and you can wake up and you can enjoy your day and you can enjoy your life, you've made it, my friends. You have won.
7 billion people need to change the conversation of what success looks like. It is not to make $1 billion. It is to actually wake up in the morning and be in a good mood. How about people in here realizing that they have a job that might pay them a little bit more than something else, but they hate it, but they're not willing to live in a more humble home or drive a more humble car, and so they have a miserable job just to pay for shit that they have to impress other people that they don't even like. How about that fucking conversation? The problem is everybody thinks you have to make $1 billion, and the problem is nobody has humility to live a $100,000 lifestyle. You need to figure out that for you. Not what your parents think, not what I think, not what the comments think, you.
Gosh, that's good. You know what? Some of you guys hate when I put Gary V's videos in here, but I don't care. I freaking love the guy. So many things that this man says is just spot on, right? When there's some of you out there who your family's like, I don't want to get like too personal here, but like I know some families out there where there's just struggles in the household. You hear about it. People complaining about certain things, but they have to keep this image up, right? They have to keep an image. Guys, you have officially won at life when you don't worry about what other people think about you. When you can just genuinely don't care, like, you won. Like, my car I still drive, and I pull up, and I'm at, like, a networking event, and everybody's getting out in their fancy cars and Corvettes and, all this stuff, and, revving their engines, and then, here comes JJ in his 2009 Pontiac G6. Don't care. I'll roll up with that sunroof open. That's me. But that's because I don't care, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind a nicer car, and I'll buy me one when I get to that point where it makes sense. But for the time being, I don't need it. I really don't. Could I buy one now? Yes. But I don't need it, right? I have other goals and other things I'm working on before I go spend, money on a nice car.
The new wealth moving forward in the 21st century, George, is can you fall asleep on your pillow at night? I think the new status of wealth, like Dave used to say, it's not the BMW. I think the new status of wealth is nobody owns me and my family. Me and my family have freedom. We've got peace. And, man, I don't care how little or how big your salary is. Solve for that, man, and you change everything in your home.
Gosh dang it. This stuff. Oh, I love these. Here's the thing, guys. When I paid off my mortgage and I was making content around it, I get comments all the time like, you're an idiot. You're a dumbass for paying off your mortgage. How stupid of you. Which, who the hell even says that? Freaking idiots. I mean, come on, for real. But this is the point I'm making with this. Is one of the main reasons I paid off my mortgage so early is, one, because of my type of income. It's up and down. I never know when the next dollar is coming. But two, is I wanted to be able to sleep at night. I wanted to lay my head on my pillow and not have so much stress to worry about, right? That is true freedom. That is, I'm telling you guys, when you have no other bills to worry about besides like electrical and whatever your lifestyle is, I'm telling you, it's pretty nice. It is. And to be able to lay back in bed and like not have to worry about that stuff, don't get me wrong. I still have stresses. I still got things to worry about. But financially speaking and like worrying about losing my home or something major like that, it's nice. It is. It's not about the status symbols, guys. It's not about having the BMW, the flashy car, the biggest house where everyone has to walk in, ooh, ah, No. It's about having your money right. It's about walking down the street and nobody knows at all what you got going on financially, and they don't need to know, and you're like, hey, I'm sleeping good at night, people. Yeah, you may only make $60, $70, $80, $100,000 a year, but because you sacrificed, because you lived below your means, you're now set up, and you can weather a storm if we have one coming up soon. You're you're going to be all right.
Do you want to know what true wealth is? True wealth is being able to take a month off of work in order to come to the Amazon rainforest. It's being able to have a relaxed nervous system, knowing that I'm fully secure financially in order to be in my own unique energy and experience the bliss of just being. True wealth is connection, being able to enjoy friends and family, be fully present, experiencing their wisdom, their stories, their laughter, their smiles. Now, of course, will money help you receive all of these things? Duh. But if that isn't yet in your reality, the key is to experience all of that bliss, that joy internally first. The universe will have no choice but to match.
I'm not a super like hippy dippy guy, but like I'm down with that. Like I like her message. I love it. It's awesome. You know, like go to the freaking Amazon for a month. Sign me up.
Do you know how many millionaires I know that are miserable as fuck? We must redefine what success looks like. Success cannot be money. It doesn't work. The last 100 years are very black and white. Us, societally, believing that money is success has not worked. Why don't we change it to talk about being content and happy and fulfilled? I think we have the conversation super wrong, and then there's a whole nother combo. Do you know how many miserable fucks I know that make $4 million a year and hate their life and everything sucks shit? And do you know how many people that make $130 or 65 that I know that love life? Like, we have a complete fucked up combo of what success looks like, which is why we need to have important conversations around self-esteem and FOMO and all this other shit. If your happiness is predicated on if people think you're awesome or this and that, you're gonna be in trouble. You're vulnerable to outside affirmation, which is the quickest way to get into a shit spot. We gotta figure out how to get everybody to love themselves, which is why we have to change success from money, because not everybody has skills to make money. But we can teach everybody to have skills in being content and happy with what they have. Gratitude.
That's it, guys. I mean, stop worrying about what other people think, right? Stop worrying about what other people think. Focus on you, your success, your family, your time with loved ones, the relationships you're building, because that's what's truly important. That's what it's all about.